Hello, and welcome to Teacher Notes instructional video, Getting Started with Teacher Notes. So you just downloaded Teacher Notes and want to get started. Let's get on our way by tapping Teacher Notes. This is the first screen we always see. It's where our classes are sort of held, so you can get to any of your classes. Right now I don't have any because we just downloaded it, so let's tap to add a class. Type in the class. I'm actually using a keyboard, so I can cheat a little bit, but we'll call it Pre-K. And we'll tap Done. And there's a couple things we can do with this class if we want to. We can rename it by tapping the I. We're not going to do that right now. We can swipe on it. Whoops. We can swipe on it and reveal a delete button, but we're not going to delete it. Let's just go into the class. Since this is our first time using Teacher Notes, we're going to want to set up this class a little bit. To set it up, tap the button in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, here you can see we have students, domains, content areas, and I don't really have any students, so I'm going to tap and add a couple students, alright? Tap Done, and the student's added. I'm going to add a couple more. How about Joe? Done. We can add Sally. Yeah, sounds good. And how about one more? Stacy. Okay. And we don't really want this student, so we can swipe on them, tap delete, and they're gone. You can actually add a class that's filled with students already, but we're not going to get into that in this tutorial. But I do want to show you that you can change this. If you don't like the fact that it's students, you can change it to children, and that'll be the title. You can do that on domains and content areas as well. Okay, so let's start taking notes. Our first note, we just tap on the screen, the keyboard comes up. Let's type something. Aaron and Sally are playing. Okay? And we want to file this note away. So you can either swipe up and reveal this screen, or you can tap this folder over here. Reveal the same screen. And this is where you file the note. This is pretty important because later on when you have a lot of notes, you're going to want to sort your notes in certain ways, like only look at Aaron's notes or only look at language notes. So if you file them here, take like a half second, a second, choose the right filing criteria, later on you can actually sort your notes and really easily, really quickly see all the notes you want to see. So this is Aaron and Sally. You just tap their names. They get little check marks. And they're plain, so we're going to make it physical. It doesn't really have a content area, so we don't need one. Tap File, and you filed your note. But whoa, where to go? Well, this is where you take notes, where you see all the notes you've filed. You can either get there by tapping Saved Records, or you can swipe across the screen. There's our note. Aaron and Sally are playing. Let's take another note. How about Aaron, and Joe blowing bubbles. Okay, let's see. Maybe we have a picture of them blowing bubbles. Well, we can add a picture, a movie, and an audio comment to any note we take. I think we have a picture of Aaron and Joe blowing bubbles. So we go down here, we tap the camera. We can either take a photo if the moment's happening right now, or we can choose an existing photo if we are taking a note on a photo we took earlier. Let's choose this one. This is strange. Anyway, we're going to make it. So we tap this picture we took earlier, and there it is in the bottom left. It's Aaron and Joe blowing bubbles. We file it just like I told you before. It's Aaron, it's Joe, they're playing, so we'll call it physical. But why not social emotional too? And we'll file it away. Okay? How about we take one more note here, and then we'll take a look at our saved records. Okay, so maybe we have a math assignment that we gave out to the students, and now we want to record who's handed it in and how well they've done. So we type in math assignment number 1. And this is actually a pretty new feature on Teacher Notes, so I hope it's exciting to see it. So we have math assignment 1, and we tap this little button with all the people around it. This is an assignment button, and we get a different filing screen than before. I know this is a lot of information, but trust me, it's going to be super useful in the end, okay? So math assignment number 1, we can add Aaron. Maybe he did really good, right? And maybe Sally did good. And maybe Joe and Stacy haven't handed in their assignment yet. So we're just going to, leave them in the row here unfiled. And this is a math assignment, so we can file it under cognitive, I guess. And how about math? And then let's look at one other feature. If you want to change what these criteria are, very good, good, go up here, tap Edit. Okay, and you can change it. You can say good. How about sort of, right? Maybe, I don't know. Don't know exactly what you like. But once you're done, you hit Return, or hit Done. And now that's saved. Hide that keyboard. Okay, we're going to file this. All right, so now let's take a look at our saved records. Do you remember how to get there? You can just swipe. Here's our couple of saved records. Here you can see Aaron and Sally are playing. That was our first record. And you know, that's just a regular note. Didn't have any media like photos or movies or audio associated with it. And it wasn't an assignment. Here we have Aaron and Joe blowing bubbles. This one actually has a picture associated with it. Do you remember? You might be wondering, okay, that's great. How do I get to see the picture? Well, first off, you know it has a picture because it has this camera beside it. And how you actually see the picture is tap the camera. Okay, now we have a little pop-up, and that's the picture, but it's pretty small. So if you want to see it in full screen, go ahead, give it a tap, and there it is in full screen. Okay, we're done with this. So that's how it works whenever you file a note that has media associated with it. It will have a button just to the left of it. A little image that's actually a button of a camera, maybe a movie reel, or some sort of microphone. And then what's this one? Oh, it has a little check mark on it. Okay, well this is the math assignment. You know things are assignments because they have the little check mark beside them. And so let's take a look at a couple other things here, okay? Stick with me. If you want, you can go start using teacher notes all that you want right now. But we're just going to show you a couple extra things right here that I think you'll find pretty useful.